Nice to meet you.
What's up, man? Nice to meet you too. How are you?
Fine.
On?
Fine.
Huh?
Thank you very much. I'm good. I was hoping like a situation, like a waiting room or something like that, and suddenly you're here. It's this weird thing about Zoom, you know?
Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, I rue the day that Zoom was created, but it's fun.
I was just thinking about that. It's changed a lot because of your interview days were like, I don't know, phoners maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
And suddenly everyone sees your house. I know that you drink Maker's Mark now, for example.
Oh no, I'm in a hotel right now. But but yeah.
Well, that's a good selection of whiskeys in the hotel. Nice.
That's not bad, right? I know. I don't really drink any of that. Like they don't have the gin that I drink. It should be there.
Which gin do you drink?
Hendrick's gin.
Okay, we must make sure to have that in Buenos Aires when you come.
There you go. Of course. Please.
So
even though I don't drink on tour, so
really?
Nah.
So you don't.
I mean, I can, but I don't.
You don't fit with the rock star cliche, then?
No, I like when I'm not touring. It's highly secretive stuff, but.
Does it? Do you feel that it affects your performance, or it's like a mindset professional thing?
It's my it's more my voice. Like it's not good for like your range and all that shit. So it's like, and I'm singing so hard every night. I don't need another, and I'm flying and all that shit. So, but it's it's good. It's good for me.
A lot of people. I don't know why this interview turned this way, but. Let's go with the flow.
Let's run with it.
A lot of people, I believe, they drink or they smoke something or they get drugs or whatever just to, I don't know, get away or get some kind of excitement or some different kind of feelings about life. I was thinking, what does perform make to you in your body? Maybe that kind of adrenaline or something like that. Does it transport you somewhere?
I don't. When I'm performing, I don't really need any transport. When I'm writing, I like it, like I sometimes like to like kind of change my thing or like relax or like get loose, whatever, but when I'm performing, it's like work, like there's a lot of body physicality, vocally, everything. I don't even like to have one before I go on, it's just like, cause it's like taking a shot or doing, smoking something or whatever before you go out for a run. Okay, that would be weird.
I get it. Maybe it's the damage that made to the image of musicians after so many years of rock stars pretending to be like this wild kind of creatures.
Well, I mean, I will tell you, I'm wild, just not when I'm touring.
I can believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't post a lot for a reason.
But there's these two sides of artists. You mentioned them. One is writing songs, working on a studio maybe, and the other one is being on tour. I have like this fantasy about how it is being on tour. That you get like, it's not a very nice fantasy. I mean, like I imagine you get dragged from one city to another. You don't get time to see anything or to be with anyone. Is it like that?
It's just like that. And I basically, I get up in the morning, like I sleep until I can't sleep anymore, and then I wake up and I just hang out, and then I do yoga, and then I start getting ready to leave the hotel, go to sound check, then I go. It's not. I'm just mostly trying to like stay chill before I go on stage. Like I'm not one of those people. I usually have press and stuff like that. I'm not really one of those people that gets up and like roams around a city for 3 hours before I start my shit. I'm just not like that. I don't like, I see stuff when I see it, you know what I mean? And you go back to places and I'm more concerned with like meeting the people, you know what I mean? I'd rather have a cool interaction with like people that are at the hotel, like work at the hotel or hanging out at the hotel, have a nice conversation with someone like that. That means more to me than like, trying to walk 4 miles to go see something,
You've been to Buenos Aires twice already, both times sold out. First,
don't ask me what I've seen. Don't ask me what I've seen. I have not seen shit.
No, that was not what I wanted to ask you. On the other side, it was like, did you get to make any connections with people here?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like that's you know, and yeah, I mean, you know, like I get to meet fans, which it's not even like, you know, there's no other word to call a person. That's a, you know, you call a person that comes to your show as a fan, but you know, it's just like they're just people who like happen to like your music, and so I happen to like making music, so they happen to like listening to it, so then we can like talk about shit, you know. I don't know, like we get to meet because of that, and then you know we just like kind of hang. So yeah, and I definitely I love that part of everything, you know. I like you know, because I feel like people get really excited about where they live, you know.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see that through them. It's like kind of like it's kind of like when you are in love with someone and they're telling you about one of their friends that they want you to meet, you know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, you're gonna love them, they're the best, you know. It's like you just get to like kind of fall in love with the city through the eyes of the people that live there, and it's cool. I love that.
And does it happen to you with New York?
I don't give a fuck about New York. Nah.
Really?
I'm just kidding. No, I love New York. I'm from New York, but I live in LA, and yeah, I just think they both. I mean, I'm so happy to have like, you know, grown up in and really lived hardcore in New York City, you know, in my young adult life, and yeah, I think it taught me so much, you know. But I'm quite fond of LA as far as and it, you know, I don't think I'm not sure I would appreciate LA as much if I was brought up here, but there's something about it that I just that's very inspiring to me, you know, and it brought out all my best work, to be honest. New York kind of confined me too much, and LA kind of like opened me up a lot.
Being from Argentina, I'm not so familiar, but are the two vibes really so different? Because when you see the artists that emerged from New York and the artists that emerged, cheers, and the artists that emerged from LA, they are pretty different, even within the same music genres. I don't know, take hardcore, you have a hardcore, and your hardcore are different. You take rock and roll, you take punk rock, there's always different.
Totally. I mean, you know, you like, I mean, these guys are at different ages, but like, you know, you take like, I feel like quintessential fucking New York is like a band like the Strokes, you know what I mean? And like, but like, which, you know, came from like television and the Ramones and shit like that, whatever. But then you got the quintessential LA bands, you know, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, you know, something like that, like this. I mean, very different, but like, you're right. It's like got this like, you know, I don't know, the East Coast, West Coast thing for sure, you know, like a band like Sublime, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck, you know?
They couldn't have been from New York. It would have been impossible.
Oh my God, yeah, exactly. Trying to think of another like real LA band. I mean, you go back, like kind of like, I guess
all the thrash bands.
All those guys are from the West Coast?
Yes, Metallica, Slayer.
Oh wow! I always pictured them as being Midwestern. Like I don't know the origin of those bands. Although I you know I respect the shit out of Metallica. They're so incredible. But yeah, I didn't know where they were from. But I think that's the thing. Like I'm all over the place. I think I almost seem like I could be like from Europe. You know, and not just because I'm like more known there, but I just like I don't know. I mean, even when people meet me, they often think I'm not American, but
yeah,
and then some people then I'm so fucking American to some people, you know what I mean? I think and that's the whole thing, like, you know, it's like a bunch of different influences, and that's kind of what I like. I think that's why I'm like a total New Yorker, like loving it in LA, because
it happened to me with the first time I listened to your music, and then I saw an interview of you. I thought you your name does help. I thought you were European.
Yeah, man. Good. I'm proud to be European.
As an Argentinian, a place where a lot of Italians came, I need to ask you if you are connected to your Italian roots, or it's something that just far away.
You know, I feel like I was more connected to my Italian roots before I went to Italy. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, I am like, I'm
I'm not
American
Italian.
Italian, you know? Yeah, exactly. I'm American Italian, and you know, and I just and I don't give a shit about it either. You know what I mean? I feel like American
Mhm.
Italians always say it's American Italians like, I'm Italian. You know, they don't even fucking speak Italian. It's like, shut the fuck up. Whatever. And you know what? Italian Americans, come at me, man. Go ahead. See who's more fucking Italian American than I am. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But this whole like, I'm Italian, I don't even speak Italian. Shut the fuck up. But you know, it's fine. You know, you're American Italian. Congratulations. You know, and there's some similarities, but Italians are very different. You know, you know, they have I don't know, like there's some like kind of like there's this passion, there's this like stubbornness, there's this like loud fucking thing, you know, and yeah, there's some of that, but I think that like the nuances are very different, you know, and that's like to me that's everything, you know. I mean that's what that's what that's not to get too like fucking weird here, but like, you know, that's songwriting to me, like nuance. You know, it's just like why do two completely disparate people like the same song? Because they hear different things in it that are like kind of triggering parts of them, you know? And that's what's great about touring is that like, you know, like even going through South America, you know, like the difference between an Argentinian crowd and a Brazilian crowd is can be huge, but like if you ask me to explain it, I don't really know how to explain it. You know?
Yeah, but I was thinking about that because your music is very emotional. Today is like a great day here in Buenos Aires with a lot of cloudy sky, very gloomy.
Yeah.
I was listening to your music before the interview just to, you know, get in the mood, and I felt like I was walking through the street in a video clip. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it gave me that kind of vibes. And what I was thinking was the human emotions are the same. They're not so
Yeah.
much. We have
Yeah.
like I don't know 5, 6, 7 different emotions, and all of us
Yeah.
have those.
Mhm.
If the music touches that point in your soul, it will work.
Yeah, and it's coming from different directions because like, you know, it's like I was talking about this to an interviewer yesterday about, you know, how like there's, you know, I'm sure it's the case of many artists, but I have songs that are big in certain countries where, you know, most people don't know really what I'm saying, but they can hear
Mhm.
what I'm saying. Like they can feel what I'm saying is what I mean. You know what I mean? Like they're just like it's the melody of something that's like, you know, bringing them to these emotions, and that's another thing I love about songs, you know, because it's like you can reach people on different levels, and even if
Mhm.
you are like, sometimes I've had songs that like I hear a certain way. I mean, I remember, and it sounds so like silly, but I remember going through one of the harder breakups that I went through, where, you know, like, which is like, I think in my opinion, I think it's harder when someone breaks up with you because you can't, there's nothing like, you know, it sucks breaking up with someone, but being broken up with is even more helpless because you literally cannot force them to like you, you know?
Yeah,
So you're
yeah,
like,
I
so, you
agree.
know, I remember listening, and, you know, and there it is, there's a nuance of breakup, like, you know,
Mhm.
and then you listen to these breakup songs, and you're like, oh, like a song you've heard like your whole life, you know, like a song I heard like my parents play. I was like, wow, that's so true. You know, and I know it just kind of always washed over me before. And then I listened to it when I'm in this place and I'm like, oh, fuck, that's what they were talking about, you know? And
And
so it's
how does it feel
interesting.
as an artist and as a songwriter that people can do whatever they want with your songs? Because maybe you wrote that song out of the purest pain and heartbreak, and
Yeah,
someone takes that song and maybe they turned it into, oh, this is our song with my girlfriend, and
totally.
uh,
I mean, I lived that because one of my close friends is, I won't tell her name, but she's a big actress, whatever. And she got married, and their their song was lost on you. You know what I mean? I'm like,
no.
you guys okay? You know, uh, you know, okay,
This
sure,
is not
you
okay.
know. Yeah, it was just like really cool, you know, because, you know, when I say is, you know, they're saying I'm lost in you, like, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
lost on you, like I like just like
yeah.
lost on your whole thing, you know, and I was using it in the as the like, you know, do you understand what the fuck is happening right now, or are you clueless, you know? So, um, but I think people people interpret it different, and you know, there's something there. I mean, I think there's, you know, because there's still in every breakup song, in my opinion, it's like there's still love in there. You know what I mean? Like you could have the hardest, gnarliest, nastiest breakup song, but there's still just that you would write a fucking song about the breakup means that the love for that person is still in there, that you need to express this, you know. So yeah.
And this sublimation psychologists talk about, does it work? I mean, does writing that song help you overcome that pain?
I don't know if it's overcome. It's just like something to like do, you know, with it. Like, cause you know, when you're like, it's like kind of when like, you know, if something hurts you, like always like kind of like, ow, fuck, it still hurts. Shit. Oh,
you need to check.
You know, like,
you need to check if it still hurts.
Yeah. And it's like, so I think that it helps with that for sure. It helps, you know, dramatize the situation. You know what I mean? It's just like,
yeah,
you know, like, you know, I've had people say, oh, like you used me just to get a song out of it. It's like, yeah, sure. Okay. It's like, hey, guess what?
You've been used.
Write a song about me. Like, at least you got a fucking song written about you. Like, you know, no one's ever fucking happy. It's like, I wrote a song about you. I wrote a hit song about you. You okay?
I would absolutely brag about that song.
Hell
if I left you and you wrote a song about me, I would brag about it. Of course I would.
Exactly, right?
Of course
I don't have a fucking hit song written about me. Where's my fucking hit song? Huh?
Well, you should date a pop star. Then you should date Taylor Swift. Then you would get a love song about you.
Oh my god! But yeah, there you go.
I
think you can stand next to Taylor Swift and get a song written about you. She's really good like that. How you doing? I mean, actually, I'd be like, how you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Before letting you go, I believe you must have some interviews waiting in line.
I just got a bunch of booze. I'm just going to start drinking a Maker's Mark.
Yeah,
after this.
maybe it will be easier.
You've ruined me.
I don't think so. It's been like more than 20 years since the release of Heart-Shaped Scar. You've got a wonderful career, but I don't know if you think so, but I think so.
Thank you.
Best. That's for the best.
Lucky best.
How do you feel about that road that you've been to? You know, when you look back, it's been, I know it's like round years are some significant things sometimes. It's more than 20 years. Like, how do you feel about that? It's the same Laura? It's a different Laura?
Well, it's LP, so there's that. That's a big change right there. That's because I am, because that is me. You know, like you think about whoever named me Laura. Who is that, Ma? Like, my mother, you know, naming me Laura, like, you know, and she's knew me the best, you know, in the beginning, but they don't know you yet. You know what I mean? That's not like, that is a perfect example of like, that is not you yet, you know? LP is what is, because LP is me. It's my name, you know, it became my, you know, but LP is the person that went through all the shit, you know, and that was a like sizable amount of shit, you know, and yeah, no, I'm so thankful. Like my perspective from all of it, is the biggest gain, is the most invaluable thing that I have, you know, I mean, beyond the fucking, you know, the songs and success and all those things, you know, which I'm extremely grateful for, but my perspective, my hard-won perspective through it all, that now informs like my appreciation and my, you know, gratitude and you know, my art in general. It's just like, yeah, I'm super happy about it. You know, it's like a great achievement, personal achievement for me, you know, that like, you know, I can think back to many things that were so fucking hard, and I don't have that like, I don't feel sorry for myself about it or sad about it. I'm just like, thank God, you know, it's like, wow, it's like I'm just like kind of like, holy shit, I got through that, you know, like, and also, and I'm not bitter about it. Like that's another thing that I like, you know, I'm happy about. Like, yeah, you know, I could tell you stories, and I do tell stories, and I could be like, this fucking idiot, like the fucking dumb fuck who dropped me after hearing Lost on You, you know what I mean? Who dropped me from the label, but and played me a song that never went anywhere about being gay by a person that wasn't gay. I was like, thanks, Dan, you fucking schmuck. Bye. And he did me the greatest favor of all time. He dropped me, and I owed the label $1.6 million. Think about that, man. $1.6 million. It's a lot of money. And he dropped me after hearing my biggest song to date, and fucking, I didn't have to pay that bill.
So that's
what
part of it. Went through.
Yeah. And these are part of the things where you go like, "Oh, fuck you, thank you." It's like, but thank you, motherfucker.
But the thank you comes later, I believe.
Yeah. It's like fuck you.
You have to build
thank
it,
you.
right?
Yeah. Yes, because this is like, it's like all kinds of things, you know. I had to move recently because some unfortunate shit, you know. I haven't really talked about it. I won't really talk about it too hard.
Okay.
But ultimately I could have gotten like really upset about it, bitter about it. But I'm actually happy because it like pushed me to like kind of go another place, and I think that's going to be a really cool change for me, you know. And so yeah, I mean, I just think and the reason why I can do that is because I'm experienced enough to know that these things happen, and you know, for a reason is like a little bit too obtuse an expression, like everything happens for a reason. You know, I mean, that's a little too broad for me, you know, but it definitely happens, you know, to like things to like kind of, you know, you got to let go for a minute to like kind of let things do something, you know. Whenever you hold too tightly, in my experience, you kind of fuck yourself. So I think that's one of the many things I've learned in everything, you know, is that, you know, don't force it, don't hold on too tight, and just like flow, you know.
Amazing. I get it. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your generosity here.
Hell yeah. Thank you. You're the sweetest. I like you.
Oh, thank you. See you in 2 weeks then.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
2 weeks in Buenos Aires. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks,
Bye,
my friend. Bye. See you soon. Bye.
See you soon.